But today we're not gaming. We're gaming the system.
Welcome to the Four Brewers podcast. My name is John Holzer, and as always, I'm joined by
Jason Harris
and Greg Nagel.
And beer is dead.
Beer is
Hey, John.
dead.
Beer's dead.
Beer's dead.
It's official.
R.I.P.
Ring the bell.
It's no
Beer's
longer
dead.
the hazy bell. It's the rosé bell.
It's the
It's the white claw bell.
it's the White Claw. It's Natter Days. It's June Shine.
This show is all about all of the things that are pushing craft beer
Yes.
off shelves.
Yes. In a fury. Like I went to
Legitimately, my local liquor that's been like moving shelves into craft. Like the other day, I came in and it's like one of those shelves is now all like flavored
seltzered
malt
shit.
beverage, seltzer and other stuff like that. I was like, oh shit, it's coming.
I mean, we've seen this before. Even wine coolers back in the day were the new hotness.
California coolers, the Bartles and James,
Yeah, stuff like that. I mean, it just
Smirnoff.
it comes and goes. Zima, that was another one. I mean, maybe White Claw is Zima in disguise.
Yeah, for sure. Canned Zima.
We tried Zima on the show. It tastes
fine.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's all right.
And
I wouldn't buy it, but
It's just, I mean, people can hate on it all they want. And like, in terms of like invading the craft beer market and, you know, taking sales away from craft beer, we have yet to see if it's going to affect craft beer, but it certainly is like barreling in and dominating right now.
I will say this, having dabbled, not to spoiler the show, but ironically, a bit in the opposite of craft beer, is that these tend to not be that sweet compared to like a Smirnoff Ice or like goddamn, like this like little Jack Daniels.
oh yeah, those are
things.
so fucking sweet.
Yeah,
You're
those
referring
are
to like the White Claw stuff.
But if you look at like the hard seltzers and stuff, they tend to be
Low-cal.
drier, and they have flavors. They have like fruit flavors and stuff, but they're not just sugar bombs.
It's like
so much.
LaCroix with alcohol.
But they've got like
I
100
mean-
calories per can, so there is stuff in there that's gonna. It's not just it's not just seltzer
that's
water.
alcohol. Yeah,
Yeah, but I know, but still, it's
mostly.
You know, we're not gonna change the show. You know, this is like a one-off thing. We're not gonna like whittle
Oh no,
these in.
we're switching.
Oh,
No
really?
one told you.
Okay, I'm quitting the show.
Yeah, we're doing
Yeah.
we're doing
quitting.
White Claws
quitting.
exclusively from here on out.
God damn
Because
it.
beer is dead. Ring
Beer's
the bell.
dead. Four, what do we call it? Four Bramblers?
For Browlers.
Four
Four
buttholes.
millennials.
I'm
Four-
actually Gen X.
Four
So
Bartles.
am I. I'm Gen X
it.
also.
Fuck you guys, I'm old millennial.
I'm 2 years away from being a millennial. So what are we
Well-
starting with, Jason?
You know, let's start with the one of these that's actually marketed,
it is actually
marketed
beer.
as beer.
I'm
and
down
that
with that.
is Natter Days.
I've actually never had this. I'm so excited to try this.
I seriously brought this to a bottle share as a fucking goof and
Turns out.
created like a whole trend with a whole bunch of people. Like they're all like, "Who's bringing the Natter Days to the next share?"
So Natter Days, it's natural light, but it's like fruit flavored, right?
It says, yeah, it's natural light Natter Days. It's got pink flamingos on the can. It's got a very like ironic retro style to it. And it says,
It looks very cheap.
for those who like strawberry lemonade and drinking beer. And it is
Strawberry lemonade and beer. Okay.
like $7 for a 12-pack.
$7 for a 12-pack.
It's pretty good.
That's very approachable.
It's macro pricing right there, man. Did you get some, Greg? Oh, you did.
Yeah, I did. I got
So,
like a-
So I've
I
heard a
don't know-
lot about this beer. I've never had the beer.
I don't know that I've ever poured it in a glass, and it looks like it's super
it looks
light.
like a very well-crafted Pilsner with no head.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's super clear, but
Looks
it's
like macro
very
pills.
light in color, even compared to like
Very
a
straw colored, yeah.
Bud Light or something. It's
Like a
lighter.
bright gold.
Yeah,
I haven't been opposed to buying this, but every time I seen it, it's only been in like a 30-pack.
that is a big commitment.
And I like beer, but I mean, I don't want to. I mean, and what was the 30-pack? $15. It's not like I'm gonna, if I waste $15 on a bad beer, whatever. But it's just a lot to try it for the first time.
I think this is something that you don't want to pour in a glass.
Probably not.
This is highly aromatic.
It's like, wow, it hits you over the head with like Starburst candy meets melted cotton candy.
It doesn't smell like it's too much, though. It actually smells pretty fucking good.
It honestly has that like country time lemonade kind of.
Yeah.
It's like that lemonade that isn't like made, like it's not homemade, but it's like the lemonade you get from a fountain.
This smells like sugar-covered candy. Like,
Yeah, I was
it
gonna say
smells very sweet.
It's very Starbursty or
Yeah.
Skittles sort of.
Skittles. It smells like Skittles.
Very Skittly.
Yeah.
yeah.
It smells like fresh chewed Skittles. Like
No.
if you smell Skittles, they don't really smell as like vibrant as they do once you start chewing them. You know.
Yeah, I remember the year before at FerkFest, Noble did a Skittles cask of something, and it tasted like this. Not gonna lie.
They could have just put Natterdays in a cask.
Yeah, they fucked up.
Yeah.
What if someone did that just as a goof?
I knew there was a bar that would do Miller High Life on nitro.
Yeah.
That's
They would like degas the kegs and then pour it on nitro.
that seems like a lot of effort to go through.
I think the flavor and mouthfeel on this is really good. It's very light bodied, super like crushable. I think the flavor isn't too over the top. It's not sweet at all, which I appreciate. It just has the aromatic character. And
I disagree.
A little bit of it. You think it's sweet?
I think it's a little too sweet and way too fruity. Like it tastes like it smells. Like it's
it
very
tastes
very
like,
vibrant.
kind of like a lemonade with a little bit of strawberry flavor.
No,
is
I don't
kinda
get
what
like
I get out of it.
I don't get like stickiness on my lips or anything like that, like you would from a big stout or something. You know,
No, I think it has flavorings that are of sweet things, but not sugar,
Just
which I think
chemicals.
is going to be a common trend.
I don't think it's natural. Obviously, even though it's natural,
it is both natural and light, actually.
but the flavors are not natural.
It's
and they're not light.
It's 4.2% alcohol by volume and 132 calories. So it's not the lowest calorie beer you can buy.
So
but
there is probably some sugar floating around in there.
Definitely,
To get
yeah.
If we're only at 4%, 130 calories, there's some sugar floating.
I would
in
think
that beer.
regular natural light's probably around 100.
Yeah, probably 100,
110 maybe.
100, yeah, something like that.
Now,
That's
what do you-
pretty standard for a light beer.
What do you think as far as on the spectrum? Do you think it's lies more of like a soda pop or a beer? Like on the flavor, if somebody gave you this blind, you would be like, oh, this
Soda
is
pop.
sort of like a soda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does taste
I don't
more
get
like
much
a
beer
soda.
character out of
It doesn't really taste beery at
I think
all.
the only beer character I get from it is the mouthfeel, which when I first sipped it, I didn't expect it because it smells so fruity that you expect to drink something like soda that's very thin and highly carbonated. And so the body on this is really the only thing that reminds me
But
of beer.
that is why it is perfect for today's hype chasing beer drinker because
yeah.
they
don't want beer.
They don't want
Well,
beer.
John, it's up to you. Would you buy this again if you saw it on the shelf?
No.
Okay,
Definitely
I don't
not.
think. I think I would just because I've never seen it. On
I
the
buy
shelf.
it. I buy it every so often.
I
buy it.
don't dislike it if I went to like a barbecue or something or
Yeah.
whatever. I would totally drink it.
There's totally a time and a place for this beer.
I mean, but I'm not going to buy it just to drink whenever. I'd rather drink natural light, to be honest.
No.
I think it's very well balanced
I've
too.
had natural light before.
As the former host of Cheap Beer Corner, you would absolutely not want to drink natural light. It is so bad.
Just get a suitcase of it and call it a day.
It's a great idea, though. I think they struck gold inadvertently by making this because it seems very popular.
Like it said, it's got a goofy look to it. Like people fucking making shirts and stuff with like ironic flamingo guy and flamingos and all that shit. It's totally something that people will be like, yeah, I ironically like this, but actually I kind of like it.
If I saw it on a shitty tap list,
Hold
with
on. Say something, Jason.
Something, Jason.
Yeah, your gain was messed up. That's why you were kind of faint.
Oh,
Get
I was
my
going to say,
gains.
if I saw that on if you went to a shitty restaurant, dive bar, and they had that on tap, I'd be like, instead of like Coors Light or Bud Light or whatever, I'd probably actually order that.
Are you familiar with Redlands over here?
Mm-hmm.
The Dirty Bird over there has
yeah?
adopted this as like their house beer. I took a photo of it the other
Dirty
day. It's
Bird.
like $3 tall cans of it
Nice.
all day at the Dirty Bird. I was just
Damn.
like, fuck yeah.
Oh my god! So there's I saw on Instagram there's a new beer bar here in Moreno Valley. Have you been to it?
No, I think I know where it's. I looked at the location of it, and it used to be a bar. Like I think I played a show there once, actually, when I was in a
Oh, yeah?
band 20 years ago. One of my first bands, but I haven't been there now.
Oh, okay.
And apparently, I think they have like 40 taps or something.
Do they
so
have Natterdays?
Let's go.
we should.
What are you
I
doing
totally
right now?
forgot about that place. Actually,
I was
Until you
thought about
mentioned
it
Blow
when
the
I was
rest of
driving
this off and just go over there and drink.
Okay.
Just bring the
Well,
soundboard and we'll
Yeah, we'll see you guys later, and
we're checking out.
enjoy
Bye.
your Natter days.
Wait, beer's dead.
Oh yeah, beer's dead. God damn it!
And you know who killed beer? The Claw. You're scared of the Claw. Fucking White Claw, which has really captured that like ironic fucking goofy, like it's everywhere with memes. Motherfuckers getting White Claw tattoos.
Really?
There's no laws when you're drinking claws. That's a thing I've heard.
Slow down for it's the Claw.
Yeah, so White Claw hard seltzer. We're messing with natural lime today. Spiked sparkling water with a hint of natural lime. Basically,
what's the ABV?
5% alcohol by volume. All natural flavors.
100 calories.
100 calories, and so basically an alcoholic LaCroix.
See, they the only thing you could read on the label is like the calories are huge compared to the rest of the shit. Like calories 100. We've chemically came up with a recipe that will give exactly 100 calories, and this like pours like seltzer. It looks like fizzy water.
It's just clear.
Just clear
fizzy.
with some fizz.
Passing it John's way. Producer John over there producing.
I'm ordering pizza.
He's ordering some pizza.
He's gonna produce us some fucking pepperoni.
We're gonna need it after this.
All right, so yeah,
we got some lime one, right?
It's lime.
On the nose, it smells like fucking LaCroix lime.
Yeah, it really does. It's just like a little bit of a mineral, and then a light lime.
Kind of a big carbon dioxide kick coming out of there too, that you can pick out on the nose. Like normally you don't smell carbon dioxide, but it does have sort of like a bitter, like I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, but when you drink seltzer water, you can taste carbon dioxide.
I think that's what I'm getting is like a minerality out of it too. Yeah.
Yeah, this doesn't smell nearly as vibrant as Natter Days. Like this is way more my level
seltzer
of
water,
fruity.
Yeah, it's more mild. I mean, the whole thing with LaCroix and seltzers in general, right, is I think people are like, I can do a mild flavor. You don't need to punch me in the mouth with fucking 300 calories of fucking lime and limeade.
I kind of get like an alcohol vodka note on the nose.
Oh, yeah?
Like it smells like vodka, like rubbing alcohol-ish. Like it really stands out to me. I think this is best drink out of the can as well because you don't want to smell too much of it.
I guess there is a little bit of a fusel thing if I put my nose in it.
Yeah, I get it pretty because I used to drink vodka like in mixed drinks before I got into beer, and like how it is when you get it drunk off of like hard alcohol, you'd really start to dislike it, and I'm kind of like that with vodka because I never drink it now. So I'm like pretty sensitive to it.
Vodka's the worst liquor. I'm going to go on record because it's just like, it tastes like nothing. It's really just here to be booze for your sugar.
Exactly.
And it's like, nah, fuck all that.
Yeah.
There's a few brands that have some sort of character to them, but overall, the majority of like the Grey Goose bullshit, it's just a neutral grain spirit.
But by definition, they're generally closer to neutral, as close to neutral as possible.
Yeah,
right?
but there's a few like small mom and pop distilleries that can make vodka out of like different like red wheat and stuff like that has sort of like a nutty character to it. The people up at Refined up in Paso Robles, their distillate is from grapes, so it has sort of like this soft fruity character in the background, but cool. It's still vodka, at the end of the day. But it does have some character, but you have to taste it in like a big old fucking glass to pull that out.
This does taste like you just threw a splash of vodka into a lime LaCroix. Pretty much.
I looked at how to make.
Which I guess is what we expect. But
I looked at how to make hard seltzer, and basically you're just fermenting sugar water, and then you filter it, and you can add whatever fruit juice to it that you want. Like if you have a filter as a home brewer, you have yeast, like a nice champagne yeast. You get those little packets of dry yeast from champagne.
I wonder if it'd be easier just to like get water, put it in a keg, and put like some kind of spirit in with it. And
you could do it that way too.
Fuck the brewing process.
Yeah, we don't even
2.5 gallon. Yeah, if you get to go to Costco and get the big fuck off thing of like pop off vodka or something. And then just dump that in a 2.5 gallon corny. And top it up with water. Or
that actually sounds pretty good. Like
I wonder if somebody's done a ratio where it will like. I guess you could do the math, right?
Yeah. Like the dilution.
If I'm taking 40% vodka, how much of that do I need to mix with water and flavor?
I'm almost positive you can Google and find something that'll tell you how to do it.
I could probably just figure out the math if I fucking set my mind to it.
But if you have a gallon of vodka and you put a gallon of water in it, now you've got 20% alcohol vodka. And then I guess makes the most sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you're cutting it in half. So
Yeah, you want to make it approachable. You don't want to,
Well,
well, I'm not saying make
you
want
want to get it down to you want to get it
hard
down.
seltzer, but yeah.
like it's Black Tuesday level.
So I guess if you put 5 gallons or 4 gallons and a gallon of vodka, and vodka's 40%, now you've got 10%. So you might want to do like 4 gallons and a quarter gallon of vodka.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
But-
see that.
Yeah, we should try that one. Let's just fucking spend an hour making our own hard seltzer.
Yeah, it might be good.
That would be great. You don't have to heat anything. You don't
You
need
could just use like
No, you just pour ingredient. You filter ingredients.
hard seltzer is
into it.
going to kill homebrewing too. We're going
you could actually
Beer's dead.
you could actually use real fruit too to like
Yeah,
flavor it.
I
and-
have my lime tree in my backyard is going fucking
I could throw
bonkers right now.
You could just throw lime wedges in there and
it'd be fun.
They would get kind of rank after
only
a while.
thing I think-
you want to squeeze the juice in.
The only thing I
Wheezing
think
the juice.
you would struggle with is getting the carbonation up because this doesn't seem that carbonated. So I mean,
Yeah, just pressurize it.
I'm
in your
thinking in terms of
kegerator.
soda because soda is so highly carbonated, and
I
this,
mean,
this isn't soda level of
if
carbonation.
you're kegging though, just fucking set it.
Carbonate, man,
yeah,
and roll the
forget
keg on the ground. Keg it and forget it, as they
this
always say.
isn't isn't all that bad. I thought it'd be over the top with the fruit. It's not. It's pretty balanced and refreshing.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
You can't taste the alcohol, like you can smell it. I mean, it's again, but I drink beer. If I'm gonna drink my calories, I'm drinking a good beer. So
the mouthfeel on it is a little drying on your gums. Like you get that sort of like, I don't know. It's not like super refreshing.
it's not refreshing. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
You
it
can-
does
it-
have some like puckering,
It tastes like you're drinking.
like a little lactic acid, sort of like. It's sort of like it. You can feel it on your gums and your teeth after you take a sip.
I forgot where I
which
saw
don't
it, but they said White Claw is like drinking second drink, which is an Office reference. It's when you get like a mixed drink and then you drink it and then the ice melts.
like. Oh yeah,
It's
dilutes.
second drink. Like you get a second drink. So that's what it totally reminds. It reminds me of watered down cocktails.
So speaking of watered down
That's a bad
cocktails,
cocktail.
we have Bon and Viv spiked seltzer. It's got some
Bon and Viv.
got some mermaids on it for some reason.
Super branding right there.
This flavor is clementine hibiscus.
This one's kind of cloudy.
Theirs were tended to be a lot more.
Oh.
They had a couple that were just regular, like grapefruit and stuff. But when I had these before, they tended to taste more like the actual fruit and less like fruit flavor.
Yeah, this
And
one,
they do like herbs and stuff, which is kind of their thing, I guess.
This one's got a white cloudiness to it. It's not exactly clear.
Yeah, it is not crystal clear. Actually, I haven't actually poured these into a fucking glass before. So
Like if you ever poured Squirt, I think Squirt is one of those soft drinks that has sort of like a haze to it.
It does, yeah.
does it? I can't remember the last time I drank Squirt.
Gin and Squirt,
a
dude.
Good soda.
Gin and Squirt all day.
Squirt all over your face.
Right.
Halfway through Gin and Squirt, and
I'm not
gives
gonna
you
lie.
this, and he gives you that look.
This doesn't smell good.
Yeah, what does that smell?
It's baby aspirin. The chewable baby aspirin on the nose a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Clementine. I mean, clementines are.
It does kind of like to me. It smells kind of like clementine, but
It smells so fake. Like, it just smells artificial.
like your love for hose.
Nice.
I don't love them hoes, Jason. Oh, yeah. The White Claw's way better.
This one's not exactly balanced. I would say it's missing the acidity to it to kind of like balance out the high end.
I will say too, I picked this one because it seemed the weirdest, but it's probably not the best of the.
Like if you
flavors that they
squeezed
do.
in an orange into this, it'd probably do it some.
Yeah,
flavors.
it needs a kick. Like
Yeah,
it
it's
needs,
sort of like flabby.
It is more herbal, I
Yeah.
would say.
But
There was another one that was like elderflower pear.
So
that
they're
I
trying to
had
go
that
for that
was
whole
pretty good.
yoga demographic right there. The whole namaste crowd, I think, would probably pick up like these herbal seltzers. Like
This kinda reminds
Mama's
me
gonna
of,
get
like-
drunk tonight.
an energy drink version of hard seltzer. Like, you know how, energy drinks, they don't really taste good when you first drink them, but then you just keep drinking them for some reason, and then you grow accustomed to that flavor, and then
Yeah.
you like
It's
it.
because you developed a dependency on taurine.
I guess. Like, I remember that with Monster, the blue Monster. Monster energy drinks. My friend Matt back in the day brought one over with him, and we went somewhere, and he asked me if I wanted one. I was like, sure. And I was like, this tastes like crap. But every time he'd come over, he would have one, and I'd have another one, and I liked them. And now I like Monster, and they have a whole variety of flavors. But anyway, this reminds me of that because it's off. And
if I would have really thought ahead, I should have brought. I don't know. I've seen it for sale. I've actually only seen it on the internet. But the Pabst hard coffee.
Oh, I saw those.
I would actually. I want to try that.
I've heard it tastes like Java Monster.
Because beer's dead.
Yeah,
we're gonna buy that.
Because beer's dead. We're doing hard coffees now.
Yeah, I would totally try that because I love Java.
I love
Monster.
coffee stouts. Why not try fucking hard coffee?
All right,
Yeah.
Greg. What's some of this weird shit you got over
All
here?
right, so
we've gone through the seltzer. We've gone through.
I brought a
Natter
couple
Days.
things. One of them was sent to me by a company. I forget where they're from, but it's called Nomakai, and it's a small canned wine.
It's so
That is
totally-
an 8-ounce can.
I believe it's a 5-6. I don't know. It's 167 mil, which is like I don't know, your average pour, but it's in a,
It's about 6 ounces.
you know, like those little tiny V8
because
cans.
a 12 ounces 335. So that's
I think it's 355 actually.
But I'm gonna pour that in there. You just need a little. So this is a real wine. It's not
this
like
is a carbonated rosé, which is just really
sparkling. Yeah.
for beer being dead, really on brand.
And
Sparkling rosé.
this is. It's like $100. You can get a case of this for $100 on their website.
So is that
And-
24 tiny cans?
Yep, and it equals about 4 bottles of wine. So these are about $20 bottle of wine, which isn't cheap.
No, that's an expensive bottle of wine. This better be good. I mean, it's not expensive, but it's not cheap.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the ABV is around 11 to 12%. Like
It's-
standard rosé.
It seems a little lighter than a rosé normally would be. It's a little more yellow.
They could be anywhere from like this blushing peach, I would call it, sort of hue to a more pink, depending on what grapes they use. Sometimes they're could go between different grapes and different regions as well.
You know,
So this is like a pinkish orange.
A fun fact, my dad, who has passed, in like the 90s, I remember we would go out and he would go places and he would be like, do you guys have rosé? And they would be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like they would
Rosé.
look at him like, what? And then like when all this rosé stuff started coming back, I like started blowing up again. I was like, that was like my dad's weird, obscure wine he drank.
Maybe he, I don't know that.
He was
Maybe he
onto
was on
something.
vacation somewhere and he like discovered it. and
Remember
he's
that one
like,
time
"Man,
we
just
went to
that
this
one
place?"
time."
I don't know, but no, because he would like. I think he would
That's
get the
your dad.
really shitty stuff though. But like, yeah, he just that was like my dad's favorite shit for forever and ever. So for dear old dad, this carbonated fucking rosé.
Yeah, but it's not a bad rosé. It's not my favorite. I'm honestly kind of burned out on rosé. Like it's sort of just like bright and crisp and very dry. It's I like that it's sparkling. It helps drive the aromatics out.
Yeah, I don't know that I've actually had a sparkling rosé before.
Yeah, they sell. I mean, there's a few on the market that you can get.
I like it quite a bit.
I've seen them for sale. I just am like, fuck that.
Yeah, it's got a nice sort of. I'm looking for bright fruits in there, like the peachy sort of.
Yeah,
Strawberry.
it does have a bit of like a stone fruity character to it on the finish, which is nice.
A little bit of yeah.
But like a fruit flesh, which is more than. And I haven't tried a lot of rosé to be honest with you, but it's got a bit more of that fruit fleshy character on the back of the tongue, where it's kind of like a little bit of sweetness, which I enjoy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
dig it.
This is, I mean, the thing about canned wines these days. So I'm working on a story for somebody. I bought all of them on the market, and I'm going to do a blind tasting of them, sort of do a ranking.
Did you buy the man can?
No, I didn't see that one, but this was one that was sent to me. I was like, fuck, that sounds like a good idea for an article, and doing like a BuzzFeed style video or something.
Nice. Do you have
And,
that one that has like a skull on it,
Yeah,
like a boar skull or something?
yeah. There's all kinds of them.
Yeah.
But this one was, I don't know. Like I'm looking for gimmicky ones to kind of weed out, and so far they've all been pretty good. It's hard to compare different varietals to other varietals, obviously, but you know, comparing a Pinot to a Chardonnay is like, you know, you're just looking for a good character. Like, would you buy it again? Is sort of like my whole vibe with it.
I would
buy that. I mean, it's pretty good, and
Yeah,
I like
that's
the
actually
format.
decent.
Like if you're going on a beach or backpack or throw it in the, you know, wife's purse or something, have some wine wherever you're at.
I like the fizziness too. It lifts it up a little bit.
The carbonation does give it a little bit more of a refreshing, like crispness, which it may be, with that sweet character, be a little cloying if we had it without the carbonation. But it ends up just kind of brightening the whole thing and making it pretty decent.
Yeah.
So Nomakai, yeah. I could see why
carbonated rosé. All our beer people are just like, what the
fuck are you guys drinking?
Why are they drinking rosé?
It says a drink in the company of friends.
Because beer's dead.
Beer's dead.
Nomakai.
I mean, we've all had beer wine hybrids. It's not nothing new.
We had that one from Black Project that I'm still dreaming of.
Yeah.
Was that the one that you weren't here for?
I don't remember it.
I think that might have been the last session or the session.
Black Claw, you said?
Black Project.
Black Project.
Black Project.
It was like a Tempranillo blended sour, and it was fucking great.
Oh, all right. I'm down
Hey,
with that.
I got to take her potty.
Okay.
I
Sounds
forgot to take her potty this morning, so I'll be back in a minute.
Go do it.
Pausing the show.
Let's get the party music. I'm just burping wine.
Division 2.
Yeah. That's
fun.
fun enjoying it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised how long that this first section of the game is. Like, I thought I'd be over it like a few days ago. Like, I've been grinding that motherfucker to get honestly, like I thought it would be on the second part by now. By last night I was like, dude, I want to get past that, but I just got to do the side mission.
I still have a bunch of the story to do, and I'm level 30, but it seems like there's a whole other world of like dark zone missions and shit that I'm just not fucking doing yet.
Did you do the island yet?
No.
Oh,
no.
fuck, dude. Yeah, you might want to schedule a buddy in. Like, I had to call for backup, and like some random dude on the internet came in and helped.
Yeah, I gotta
Because if
start
he wasn't
doing
there,
those.
I would have been fucking dead, dead.
Yeah, I'm basically kind of like a weird completionist, so I'll go through and do all the story quests, and then do all the like each area has like kind of a project for there's a project that is like the area quest, which is like complete 4 activities and get the shade tech caches. And
I've been doing that stuff, but more as like a way to unload inventory than anything.
yeah, to get rid of your fucking chess
Like,
pieces
all right,
or whatever.
I have all my fucking jock straps. Like, do it.
But yeah, I did find you can pull attributes off of one item and put them onto another item, but only
recalibration thing.
But only if they're the same type. So if you have an item that has like 5,000 health on it or whatever, you can pull that. If there's another blue stat on the item already, you can trade it, but you can't trade it for like this one has crit chance and this one has health. You can't trade the health for crit.
Yeah, I was looking at also if you get a complete set of gear, like you know how they all have their own brand names and shit. If you get a complete set, you get a 10% boost on everything.
Nice.
So, like,
I've had a complete set of Overlord shit for a long time. So
I haven't paid attention. I'm like, what they recommend is like once you get up into the upper levels, then you want to start like modding your gear and just saving up for it.
Yeah, I crafted a couple items when I hit 32, so I put yellows in slots that I didn't have yellows in yet.
I still have a bunch of shit in my inventory. I have no idea what it's for. It's like fucking microchips and like, I don't know what to do with
A lot of those go to mod you can mod your skills, but you need skill power. So like not a lot of items at lower levels have skill power on them. But you need it'll be like, oh, here's a gold mod for the drone that adds 20% damage, but you need 700 skill power for it to work. Yeah. And you can put it on there, it just won't work if you don't have the skill power, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have like 60 of those in my inventory that are all sorts of fucking mods for the skills that I'm just like, oh, okay.
Okay. John, do we have time for 2 or 1?
We're 30 minutes in.
Okay. Let's do the sav. Let's get savvy. Where's your teku, bed? Where's your teku? Did you bring him a teku?
This is my teku.
Oh.
I brought 3 tekus.
Oh, where's the other one? Oh, there it is.
That's John's. His golden chalice.
And we'll finish with painkiller kombucha, which I look forward to, honestly.
Yeah. We have another kombucha that was sent from an LA brewery. Kelly sent it to us. I forgot where it's from though.
Kelly.
She sent 2 of them, and one of them, the can was about to explode. Like, it was
That's promising.
like a balloon. So I drank it, and it was pretty good. The other one's in the fridge. Has yet to explode.
Sugar.
Right.
Do, 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 do. Honey, honey. do, 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 do.
You are fermentable.
Oh, have you guys seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood yet?
Not
No.
yet.
Ah, it's good. If you like Tarantino, it's good.
I do.
I heard that the character that Brad Pitt is based off of is Burt Reynolds' stunt double.
Interesting.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That would make sense. That explains a lot. It's really just Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio just acting the shit out of it. It's really
All right.
good.
Yeah, we're
I
back.
enjoyed it. A lot of feet.
Oh, yeah. I heard about that, too.
Feet?
Yeah, Tarantino's got a foot thing.
Oh,
And if you know that and you go back and watch his shit, he puts a lot of feet in movies.
yeah, that's true.
And
I like feet, and I don't know why.
Are you going to deliver one of these back to old John?
Oh, sorry. I was going to drink too. All right. So,
Okay, so up next we have,
Kim Crawford,
so
Cindy Crawford's daughter. Sorry, no, I don't know, actually.
this is a proper wine. Little backstory on this. Greg and I went to the Healthy Junk Vegan Fair a couple weeks ago, which was really awesome. Had a lot of really interesting vegan food, not your normal, like, just
It was actually really good.
standard veganist or veganized stuff.
It was just good food.
Yeah. I had the new Impossible 2.0 burger, which was, I mean, it's pretty fucking close to the real thing. It even looks like real hamburger meat. It's
Yeah.
pink on the inside.
I mean, if you blind tasted me on it, I'd be like, yeah, that's vegan.
Yeah. Well, for someone that hasn't had beef in many
It was pretty
years,
good. Like, I would order another one.
good.
Yeah, for sure.
I keep wanting to try they do the Impossible Patties, the vegan burger place in Riverside.
Yeah.
Inside the food lab. It is literally like, have you been there?
Yeah.
To Monty's or
I've had the
whatever?
burger. Yeah.
How'd you like the burger there?
It's pretty good. That's the 1.0 patty, which is good, and the 2.0 is better though. It
It looks
actually tastes
way more
meat.
like it looks way more like real meat. Like
Yeah.
in a photo, like it photographs really well.
It does. But yeah, while we were there, we stopped at a wine bar inside of the Anaheim Packing House, and Greg was talking to me about Sauvignon Blanc from the Marlborough region of New Zealand.
Flavor country?
And
Exactly.
I think that's what I said. And he's like, "Yeah, you got to try this because it's very reminiscent of like Nelson hops from that same region."
Nelson Sauvin hops are named after this wine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yes.
So I was at Sprouts a few weeks ago.
Sprouts.
And I don't know. Like me looking at a wine shelf is how I used to look at beer 10 years ago. Like, what the fuck am I looking at?
Yeah. I have an app and I'm just like, okay, this one's a 3.8, 3.8,
Yeah.
Done.
3.8, 3. Fuck, they're all 3.8s.
I went to winelibrary.com, which is Gary Vaynerchuk's. That's his wine store in New York. And he has a bunch of rated Sauvignon Blancs from the Marlborough region on there, but none of them were at Sprouts, obviously. But this one was for sale at Wine Library. So I figured, well, if it's on sale at Wine Library, it's got to be decent. Like, they wouldn't sell shitty wine.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure they do sell shitty wine, but yeah, it's on their website. So it seems good enough.
Does it come in a box?
No.
I only drink
it's
boxed.
in
Not
it's in
in
a
a
screw
can,
top
unfortunately.
bottle.
I only
Yeah.
drink boxed wine.
So this is that wine. I don't know anything about this wine.
Oh, okay. So I would say I'm a huge fan of Sauvignon Blanc now because I would equate it to IPA. It's like a dry hopped pilsner of wine. Like if you were to take Nelson Sauvin and dry hop it into a really well crafted pilsner, that's the sort of vibe I get from this wine. It's very bright, very acidic, not like a sour beer acidic, but the aromatics are so tropical fruit, grapefruit, citrus peel. You're gonna just get super bright tropical, like sweaty fruits in there. That diesel-y character that you sometimes get out of Nelson
definitely
Sauvin
getting
hops.
that,
You get
yeah.
that out of like it's super tropical and just super in your face. You drink it chilled. I don't know. There's something about this wine that I've just been gravitating to this summer.
Do you remember what wine we had when we were at the packing house?
No, I went in because I wrote an article on one that they had. It was called Pongo, something like that. And it was just, I don't know, it was really fucking delicious as well. But I find that most of them that make their way across the country and they're, of substantial, like $10 to $15 screw top, I think you're going to get a decent wine. I don't think you have to really just avoid like the $2 Chuck versions of Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah,
and
this
you'll be
was
good.
What's
I think
the-
$16.
The screw top to me usually equates with cheaper stuff. What's the deal with that?
Actually, that's a myth these days. I think,
Is it?
yeah, corks are actually more flawed than screw tops. So I think
Well,
from a
sure.
tradition standpoint, they still use corks and
Right.
still for aging long-term wines. But if you're not going to age, this wine isn't meant to be aged.
Yeah.
Like this is meant to be drank, like not fresh, but it'll last you a couple years. And screw top,
If you drink
They're-
this
you're
over the
not gonna-
course of a couple weeks, maybe you have a screw top, you can put it back in the fridge and be good to go.
I would say a few days once you open it.
Oh, really?
You're gonna, yeah,
Okay.
it might get vinegary and shit like that.
Yeah, I don't know
but
shit about wine, so okay.
yeah, it's like a growler.
Disregard what I said.
But
Well, it looks
yeah,
like Mama's gonna have to have a couple extra glasses tonight.
Darn.
screw top definitely is not a bad look in wine. You can get $50 bottles of wine with screw tops these days.
Huh, good to
Yeah.
know.
I'm getting an earthiness from this on the nose too.
Would you
Like
say
a-
it's crushed herbs? I'm looking at their.
herbs.
I'm looking at.
Oh,
their,
really?
aroma notes on their website. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I guess you could say that. What's cool about that region is it's sort of on the same belt as us of the world, the wine growing region is like Napa and stuff like that, where it's a little bit warmer climate and that gives you more expressive, super juicy grapes.
Are you getting? I'm getting like a passion fruit character out of this. Especially on the finish, it has that same kind of like
Oh,
that sweet kind of like juicy tropical fruit character to it. Not like a stone fruit, but like that like brighter tropical fruit note at the finish. which I
Yeah,
enjoy.
what I appreciate. Long ago, when Matt was on the show, we always talked about structure of like wine structure and stuff like that, and I didn't really understand it until like I took a class on it. And essentially, structure is the balance of tannin and acid, and so the tannin tends to dry up your mouth, and the acid tends to produce saliva. So when you put something acidic in your mouth, your body's reaction is to balance the pH with saliva. So you get that rush of like put this wine in your mouth, you get the like sort of rush of saliva, and then you get the tannin in there. This doesn't have any tannins, by the way, but it will sort of create this like washing effect. Like it'll kind of squirt around your mouth, like creating like all kinds of flavors and aromatics in the back of your nasal cavity. And you swallow, you're like, man, that was fucking delicious. And you want to go back for another one. That's the structure of a wine.
Okay.
Is that balance of tannin. Sometimes wood tannin can do that as well. These are mostly Sauvignon Blanc is aged in stainless, not on oak. If it is oak, it's probably neutral. So you're not getting any oak character out of this at all. Just sort of like, this is just fruit.
Yep, it's just a very kind of bright, fruity, refreshing. Not bad.
It's very bright,
especially
very
for
delicious.
especially for a summer drink.
I like it better than rosé. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
I think
would
I
buy
do
this
too.
over rosé.
I remember the one we had over at the packing house being more vibrant on the fruit, like both on the nose and the flavor. Like it was because we just came in from the hot.
It was hot, yeah.
the hot
Perfect
outdoor
perfect
weather.
wine for a hot day.
Honestly, like my lasting memory of just white wine in general, like my like positive sensory association is like going to Temecula. It's like 100 degrees and I'm out wine tasting, and then they're like, and we have this white wine, and it's like, oh my
Gush
god,
in
it's cold and so good. It's so fucking hot. I'm sweating. I'm just like, oh my god, it's so good.
I'll
right
take
now.
two. Can I get a flight of these? Just all the same.
Give me a ice bucket and a bottle of it.
The
So-
only time I've ever been to a winery was with Robert French in Paso. It's the same place this last year. Firestone Walker had their Sunday wine breakfast.
fun. Those are
thing.
great. The Wine Down?
I forgot the name of the place.
The Wine
yeah.
Down thing.
The Wine Down. Yeah, I didn't go, but because we left on Sunday. But that was a really fun experience. Like the people, it's like going to a tasting room for a craft brewery, a really really nice craft brewery. And the people were very informative, and it's like laid back, and they give you samples of everything, and they talk about the grapes and the process they go through,
Sure.
and how they're macerated and all this other crap. And
Yeah.
it's really cool.
The production's rad.
It's very very similar to craft beer, but I think more laid back, and like it's not. I'm not going to say classier, but it has that vibe. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I think some of them are still like there's wineries in Paso Robles that are in industrial areas, just like breweries, just a place with barrels, and there's a tasting room, and there's some dude, pouring wine for you, and you can pull them out, pull the nails and shit. That's fun.
Yeah, this one was on their vineyard on their property.
Speaking of Firestone Walker, I actually bought a Sauvignon Blanc from Firestone, Wineries, and it was actually pretty good.
Cool.
Got it from
More like
Ball's.
Firestone Winer.
Winer. I don't know why that's so funny.
Did Greg snort or Jason?
That was me.
It's not a thing I
I'm
do.
not a snorter. Yeah, but I snorted. So if you're still listening to the show, if you're like, fuck those guys, beer's not dead, I'm going to go down and buy some craft beer right now.
You're dead.
You're dead. You're dead in my pants.
Yeah, this was a fun departure. I mean, I know we still had a beer on the show, but I mean, it's hardly beer.
We still got June Shine, my man.
Oh, that's right. We have this weird painkiller cocktail-inspired thing.
What?
Whoa.
What the fuck
Why?
color is that?
Holy shit. Is that green?
Hold on. Can you drink this?
It looks black. It looks gray. It is gray.
Is there charcoal? Oh, there is charcoal.
There's
in this.
activated charcoal in this.
Why?
Oh.
Okay, so what is this?
It's a alcoholic kombucha.
It's an LA water.
I wasn't expecting black to pour out. I thought it was like a turd.
Damn, this looks like.
This
What
does not
the
look.
fuck?
Oh.
They do not intend for you to pour this into a glass.
No.
Oh, it looks like. What the fuck?
Why would you put charcoal in this?
Okay, so it says June. Okay, so before we get too deep into this is June Shine. This is hard kombucha from Midnight. God, they put the thing. It's upside down. This is stupid. What the fuck?
They
this
do
can
that
is
so
pissing me off.
They do that so you'll mix it up.
I
before
know,
you
but
pour it.
don't. Come on. How am I supposed to?
How am I supposed to read
Midnight
it?
Painkiller, coconut, pineapple, orange, and nutmeg. This is 6% alcohol by volume. It's a 16-ounce can. And again, who is this from?
June Shine.
June Shine is
okay,
the
so
company.
June Shine is the name. Oh, God, this stupid label. Anyway, the back says, June Shine was crafted by 4 friends with one purpose, to quench the thirst of the active, healthy, and adventurous spirit. Each
Okay.
unique flavor is brewed to include antioxidants, vitamins, and probiotics so that you don't have to choose between tonight and tomorrow. So I'm assuming the charcoal has to do something with healthy things that you should be consuming.
It's completely pointless. There's no.
It is a thing though that people do, like with there's some implication that activated charcoal is healthy, right?
It
Right.
is if you're on certain medications, it can screw up your absorption rate of certain medications. I know I've done an article on that as well, where some cocktail guys were doing activated charcoal, and like you have to ask your guest if you're on certain medications that this could screw up your medication. So
This looks gross.
Which medications?
I have no idea. Just it'll slow down absorption of
Do you have
certain
any
things.
food allergies?
So if you don't know what
Heart meds or something.
kombucha is, like basically it's fermented tea. It's really, really simple to make. I have a kombucha kit that
I've made it before.
it's like a 1-gallon jug. You can buy them online. And basically what you do is you brew tea. You can use green tea, black tea, any kind of tea you want, depending if you really like tea, choose your favorite tea. And you put it, you boil it for like 15 minutes and you let it cool off. And then you put it in this glass jar. It looks like a big pickle jar, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then you put what's called a mother in it, or a SCOBY, which SCOBY stands for symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast.
Mm-hmm.
You put this, and it looks like a pancake, like a slimy pancake.
Yeah, it's kind of gross looking.
And you put it inside the tea, and then you cover it with like cheesecloth so it can breathe, and so oxygen can get inside, but you don't want anything else getting inside, like literally getting inside. And it takes like 2 days to ferment. And usually it comes out really, at least the ones I've done have come out really, really tart to the point where I can't drink it and I have to
too
cut
much
it.
vinegary.
It's not even vinegar. Well, a little vinegary, but very, very acidic. Like it hurts to drink, so you have to cut it. And you can flavor it with fruit or whatever else, like dried fruit. And it's really interesting, but it usually comes out to be like 0.05% alcohol.
Yeah,
very, very low.
These guys are essentially just making seltzer and then blending it with their kombucha.
Right.
So
that's why they call it hard, quote unquote, kombucha.
Yeah. So the nose on this is very kombucha-y.
It smells pukey. Like
It's got that like. It smells like kombucha. I'm not gonna lie. Like
does.
kombucha has that funky. Like you just get used to it.
Yeah.
I mean, so a painkiller for anyone who's uninitiated is
It's very coconutty.
rum with pineapple juice, cream of coconut,
Yeah.
orange juice, and nutmeg.
It's my favorite tiki drink.
I think they missed the mark on this.
Yeah, this has no.
I've
this
had a
smells
painkiller.
Nothing like a painkiller.
And painkillers are fucking delicious.
Smells.
Oh yeah,
Smells gross.
painkillers are my favorite tiki drink. They're very like coconut forward. You get a nice rum kick and then little pineapples, the acidity.
This
it's
has
very
like a
nice.
slick, dirty coconut, like you lick the outside of a coconut and also
just
took a
getting-
bite of the fruit inside.
It's like a kind of tart pineapple juice. Like I'm not getting any of these other flavors.
It's like dirty pineapples.
It's dirty.
It tastes
I
dirty.
mean, looking at a green,
gritty.
it looks dirty too. I mean,
murky
It
mess.
looks like mud.
what a fucking.
This is a mess.
This just resuscitated beer because
I think these are
beer's back.
I think this June Shine is the defibrillator of beer here.
Yeah, this
Goddamn,
is-
people are gonna
Clear.
be like, "Fuck this."
This is rough.
The dumper just got real gross.
Yeah, I'm gonna say namaste to that.
I mean, there's
Namaste.
I'm
no,
like
David.
namaste away.
typically, I mean, there's no carbonation in kombucha either. I think this could greatly benefit from carbonation.
You know,
And
I've had Boochcraft, and those are 8%, and those are fucking delicious. I don't know what's
how
up
is the
with this.
carbonation on them? Is it
Really
low?
high. It's
Okay,
really
yeah,
high.
exactly.
It's super fizzy. It doesn't look like mud. Doesn't look like dirt water, like bath water.
Who the fuck's idea was putting charcoal in this
I
shit?
don't know. June Shine, man. You're
I
not
mean, you
shining
can't
on
really
this one.
taste charcoal. I mean,
Yeah, but just makes
It
it,
just
look
looks-
like fucking sewer water. You're just like, why?
yeah.
Why?
I
What's the
mean,
point of that? Namaste. Namaste away. Yeah, fuck that. Fuck this. This tastes nothing like a painkiller.
No, it doesn't.
Not even.
It's a pain bringer.
I mean, God, how do you fuck up a painkiller? Like, you get coconut milk, coconut cream, some good rum.
Yeah, well, first you start with
put it in crushed
kombucha, so then you add some sludge materials.
I mean, it's even bad for kombucha. Like this,
Yeah.
this gives kombucha a bad name. This is
Yeah.
not. This is not. This is not. It's a no. It's a no for me.
Yeah, well,
I have another can of this at home. I'm just pawn it off in some fucking.
just throw it at a car that drives by.
Hey, buddy, want some June Shine? Hey, kids.
You're gonna turn some kids off drinking forever by giving that. This is what grown-ups drink.
Imagine barfing this and like, what happened?
It smells like barf already from the start.
Pouring. I'm gonna go back to the fucking wine after that to clear my palate.
Oh fuck yeah, I want some of that. Give me some wine. Need some white wine.
Man, that's so good.
Actually, I'm gonna drink a Natter Days.
Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah, this is so yummy. So proud of John for buying a bottle of wine. I had that conversation with Evan Price at Green Cheek, and I was telling him about I think this very thing. I was telling Evan Price about these, and he's like, why don't beer people get into cocktails and wine and stuff? Like, they get in this rut of like they've been evangelized too hard by Greg Cook back in the day that they think like, if I drink any other alcohol, then I'm disservicing the craft beer
Oh
industry.
no, fuck that. Cocktails rule.
Cocktails rule.
Yeah.
Wine rules. Hard seltzers.
For me, my palate with wine, I just think all wine is pretty good. Like we'll go
There you
wine.
go, Kyle.
Oh yeah, try that, Kyle.
That's an untainted thing I poured out
put
of a
that in your
can.
mouth.
We didn't adulterate that. That's how it came.
And the look on my face, I would like to see that on rewind. I was like, ugh.
I saw it pouring. I was like, why the fuck does it look like that?
It was like the look on my face when you have diarrhea. And like you're trying, and
it looks kinda
and you're in a
like
public restroom and you're trying to hold it so it's not too noisy.
There's charcoal in my glass. I just dumped it in the dumper, and there's leftover charcoal.
Oh, fucking same. It's like
Why? Who's gonna buy this?
Look
June
at
Shine.
Look
Like
at this.
you're gonna buy it once and like say fuck this.
God damn, that's gross. It is mud.
Man, fuck a bunch of this.
I don't want to hate on these people, but
No.
your
No,
fucking
fuck
can
you.
pissed me off.
They sold this for money.
I bought this with my own cash.
They didn't give us this for free or anything.
No.
Yeah, this was a bad way to end.
Boochcraft.
That's
buy
why
some
that's why I'm
Boochcraft.
drinking a Natter Day.
Boochcraft I can vouch for.